It's 1922. Picture this. Archaeologists in Pakistan are uncovering the remains of a lost civilization. The air is thick with anticipation as shovels hit the ground, revealing secrets buried for millennia. This wasn't just any old village, it was the Indus Valley Civilization, a really advanced culture from thousands of years ago. Imagine a society so sophisticated that it rivaled the great civilizations of Egypt and Mesopotamia. It vanished, leaving behind clues like a mystery novel. Pottery shards, ancient tools, and remnants of buildings tell a story of a people who once thrived in this now desolate landscape. Now, we're putting the pieces together. Each artifact is a piece of the puzzle, helping us understand how they lived, what they valued, and how they interacted with their environment. Like detectives, we're using broken pottery, old walls, and ancient stamps to rebuild their world. These fragments are more than just objects, they are keys to unlocking the past. We're learning about their homes, their beliefs, and their inventions. From the layout of their cities to the intricacies of their drainage systems, every detail offers a glimpse into their daily lives. The Indus Valley Civilization wasn't hidden in some far-off place. It was right here, in a region that has always been a crossroads of cultures and ideas. It was in what's now Pakistan and India, near the Indus River. This river was more than just a water source, it was the lifeblood of their civilization, supporting agriculture, trade, and daily life. This river was like their lifeline, helping their civilization grow. The fertile lands along its banks allowed them to cultivate crops and sustain large populations. They built huge cities, created clever systems for water and sewage, and traded with places far, far away. Their urban planning was ahead of its time with grid-like streets and advanced drainage systems. Their story changes how we think about the past. It challenges our understanding of early human societies and their capabilities. It reminds us that civilizations can appear, disappear, and leave behind puzzles that take ages to solve. The Indus Valley Civilization is one such enigma, offering endless opportunities for discovery and learning. Come explore the amazing world of the Indus Valley Civilization with me. Together, we'll uncover the secrets of a society that was lost to time, but is now being found piece by piece. The Indus Valley Civilization existed at the same time as ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia, from around 3,300 to 1300 BCE. This ancient civilization flourished in the northwestern regions of South Asia, primarily in what is now Pakistan and northwest India. It was one of the world's earliest urban cultures, known for its advanced architecture, engineering, and social organization. Imagine, while the pyramids were being built in Egypt, the Indus people were also creating monumental structures. Their cities were meticulously planned with sophisticated drainage systems, something that was quite advanced for that time. The Indus people were building their own amazing cities. These cities, like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro, were marvels of urban planning. They had wide streets laid out in a grid pattern, public baths, and even granaries for storing food. And their civilization wasn't just in one spot. It spread over a vast area, covering parts of modern-day India, Pakistan, and even Afghanistan. This extensive reach shows how influential and interconnected their society was. It covered a huge area, bigger than most ancient civilizations. The sheer size of the Indus Valley Civilization is a testament to its complexity and the ability of its people to manage such a large territory. From the snowy Himalayan mountains to the Arabian Sea, the Indus people adapted to diverse environments. They utilized the natural resources available to them, which helped their civilization thrive in various landscapes. They built connected cities and towns. These urban centers were linked by trade routes, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and culture. This connectivity was crucial for the economic and cultural prosperity of the Indus Valley Civilization. This wasn't a bunch of separate cities, it was like one big culture sharing beliefs, customs, and even a writing system. The Indus script, though still undeciphered, indicates a form of communication that was widespread across the civilization. They even had standard weights and measures, like using the same ruler everywhere. This standardization suggests a high level of administrative control and a unified economic system. This tells us they were organized and planned things carefully. Their cities were not just randomly built, they were designed with a vision, ensuring efficiency and sustainability. The Indus people weren't just surviving, they were thriving. Their marketplaces were bustling with activity, and their daily life was rich with culture and innovation. They created a society that cared about organized cities, new ideas, and maybe most importantly, treating everyone equally. The evidence suggests a relatively egalitarian society where resources and opportunities were more evenly distributed than in many other ancient civilizations. Two cities show how clever the Indus people were: Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro. Imagine walking down their streets. Everything's in a grid, like a checkerboard, even more impressive than some cities today. This wasn't an accident. They wanted their cities to be organized and beautiful. But it wasn't just about looks. The grid system helped them keep the cities clean and made sure everyone got fresh air and sunlight. Even their houses were ahead of their time. Many had their own bathrooms and toilets, something most people in the ancient world didn't have. And get this, Mohenjo-Daro had covered drains and sewers. Wastewater went away from where people lived, keeping things clean and stopping diseases. This tells us they cared about being healthy and having a good place to live. The Indus cities weren't just planned, they were built to last. For example, Harappa was built on raised platforms to prevent flooding from the Indus River. This clever trick protected their city from the river's strong currents. Talk about thinking ahead. But they didn't just protect themselves from nature, they used it to their advantage. They built canals to control the water, allowing them to grow crops even in dry areas. Their water skills were way ahead of their time, helping them grow food and thrive. The Indus cities were more than just buildings. They were like giant puzzles of engineering and planning. They show us how smart and resourceful these people were thousands of years ago. The Indus Valley Civilization was like a breadbasket, growing tons of food. They were masters of farming, growing wheat, barley, peas, and even cotton. But they didn't just grow enough for themselves, they had extra which they traded with other civilizations. Imagine caravans loaded with goods, traveling across deserts and mountains. The Indus people traded with Mesopotamia, Egypt, and even as far as Central Asia. They traded their crops, clothes, pottery, and precious stones. In return, they got wood, copper, and shiny lapis lazuli. This huge trade network shows how adventurous and business-savvy they were. They knew how to travel far and make deals with other cultures. The Indus people weren't just farmers, they were skilled craftspeople, traders, and even diplomats. One of the biggest mysteries of the Indus Valley Civilization is their writing. Imagine looking at symbols carved into stone, each one a clue to a lost language. We've found thousands of these, but we still can't read them. Some experts think it's related to languages spoken in South India today, while others think it's something completely different. Without a key to unlock the code, it's like trying to solve a really hard puzzle. But the search continues because maybe one day we'll be able to read their words. Imagine the stories they could tell, the things we could learn about their lives and beliefs. The undeciphered script reminds us that even the smartest civilizations have secrets. It makes us curious and shows how much we want to understand the past. The Indus Valley Civilization wasn't all about practicality, they also had a spiritual side. While they didn't build huge temples like other civilizations, their buildings show they respected water and purity. One example is the Great Bath at Mohenjo-Daro. Imagine a giant waterproof pool lined with bricks and special sealant filled by a well and surrounded by rooms. This wasn't just a swimming pool, experts think they used it for special baths, something many ancient religions did. The size and design of the Great Bath tell us water was important to their beliefs. Another impressive thing is their granaries, giant storehouses for grain, found in Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro. These show how important farming was and how they planned for times when food was scarce. They even built the granaries near the river for easy access. One of the most interesting things about the Indus Valley Civilization is that they didn't have giant palaces or tombs. Unlike other civilizations where rulers showed off their power with huge monuments, the Indus people seemed to value equality. We haven't found proof of a powerful king or a society with strict classes. This might mean they were more egalitarian, where everyone shared power more equally. This lack of showing off wealth is pretty unique. It makes us rethink what we thought about ancient civilizations and ask questions about power and society. Were they peaceful people who valued cooperation? Did they have a system where everyone had a say? These are questions that still fascinate archaeologists and historians today. Around 1900 BCE, the great Indus Valley Civilization began to decline. This civilization, known for its advanced urban planning, impressive architecture, and sophisticated drainage systems, suddenly started to fade away. The reasons behind this decline have puzzled historians and archaeologists for decades. People left their cities, trade stopped, and their culture faded away. The once bustling streets and marketplaces became eerily silent, and the grand structures were left to crumble. The sudden abandonment of these cities raises many questions about what could have caused such a drastic change. We still don't know exactly why, but there are some clues. Archaeologists have uncovered various artifacts and ancient texts that provide hints about the possible reasons for the decline. These clues, though fragmented, offer a glimpse into the challenges faced by the Indus Valley people. Climate change probably played a big part. The region, which once had a favorable climate for agriculture, might have experienced significant changes in weather patterns. This could have led to prolonged droughts, making it difficult to sustain the large population. Changes in weather patterns could have caused droughts, making it hard to feed everyone. The drying up of rivers and the reduction in rainfall would have severely impacted agriculture, leading to food shortages and forcing people to abandon their homes in search of better living conditions. There's also evidence of earthquakes, which could have changed rivers' courses, disrupting trade routes and farming. The shifting of river courses would have not only affected agriculture but also the trade networks that were vital for the economy of the Indus Valley Civilization. Some experts believe the Indus people moved to other parts of India, taking their culture with them. This migration could have been a response to the environmental challenges, as people sought new areas with more favorable conditions for living and farming. Others think they mixed with other cultures, their legacy living on in the beliefs and traditions of later civilizations. The blending of cultures would have enriched the societies they joined, leaving a lasting impact on the cultural and social fabric of the region. Their disappearance reminds us that even the most advanced civilizations are vulnerable. The fall of the Indus Valley Civilization serves as a powerful reminder of the fragility of human societies and the importance of understanding the factors that contribute to their rise and fall. It teaches us that being adaptable and resilient is important for survival. The ability to adapt to changing circumstances and overcome challenges is crucial for the longevity of any civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization may be gone, but their story continues to amaze and inspire us. Their achievements in urban planning, architecture, and social organization remain a testament to their ingenuity and resilience, offering valuable lessons for future generations.